Hey everyone, it is Carrie here. I am your fitness instructor in Fit for a Purpose. And today I am going over how to serve your family in the kitchen. We went through meal planning. We went through making the grocery list and grocery shopping. And now it's time to prepare all of that food that you made in the kitchen. This is going to look different for everybody. There's no one size fits all. I absolutely love meal prepping in our house, and I do it for various meals for different people in our home, but I always definitely do it for my husband, Will. He is on the SWAT team and a police officer in our community. So I just really feel the need to serve him and serve his body well so that he can go out on duty and I know that he has the best nutrition to really do what he does on a daily basis. Now, take a few steps back. I didn't always think like this. In fact, there were times when I was too tired, too exhausted, too mad to meal prep. And I would look at him playing with the kids or sitting on the couch watching a show or hear the giggles outside. And I thought, man, I want to be a part of this, but I'm stuck in the kitchen doing everybody's cooking, doing everybody's meal prep. Like, do they even appreciate or see what I'm doing for them? And then I thought, man, what a horrible attitude to have about your family. How could I think about my family like that? And I had to take a few steps back and have an attitude check. And I just thought about that story that I mentioned before about Mary and Martha and serving for the Lord, serving for Jesus. And I thought, my husband and my kids are children of God. And I want to serve the Lord to the best of my abilities. And serving the Lord means serving his children. And I want to do it well. And I want to have joy in serving them. So I had to pray and say, Lord, take this from me. Have me meal prep for my family so that I can be joyful in serving. Because God tells us in the Bible, serve with a joyful heart. And that's what I wanted to do. And it happened. And I could watch Will sitting on the couch watching a football game, and I could see the kids playing. And I just thought, I am so thankful for this moment that he can turn off his brain from everything that he sees all day. And I am able and willing to serve my husband with such joy. So think about it that way. Think about preparing in the kitchen, as long of hours as it is, as grueling as it seems. You're not just serving your husband or your spouse or your kids or yourself. You're serving the Lord. So when our attitude change and our attitudes shift, we really get a whole different picture of meal planning and prepping. And that's why I wanted to call this series, Serving Your Family in the Kitchen. And we're going to serve them well, guys. All right, let's get down to business. Meal preparation. So we have our groceries. They're at home. This is not a one-size-fits-all deal. Prepare and prep according to your schedule. Nobody knows your family like you do. We're a police home. Will has a rotating schedule. So I do my meal prep on the last day of his last day off, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. So that's when I do it, because the next day he goes back to work, and that's kind of starts our Monday. So if you have a schedule like that, it might be best to not do it on a Sunday. I know a lot of people get caught up and overwhelmed, like, I got to do it on Sundays. You got to be prepared for the first day of the week, blah, blah, blah. Don't get caught up in that. Do what worked best for you and your family and your schedule. Here's where I like to start. This could take anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how much time I have, how much time the kids will allow me in the kitchen, and how much I really want to get done, and maybe what the week looks like, the next week looks like. If it's a super slow week, there's not a lot of commitments, I might say, I can get by with a couple of bakes, some granola bars. Definitely Will's meal prep gets done, number one, and maybe some stuff for me and the kids. If I have a little bit more time and I'm going to have a busier week ahead, I might try to do a lot more. And we're going to go over that further in the segment. So step one, make sure you start with a brand new clean kitchen. Empty that dishwasher, empty the sink, clean it out and scrub it, and start with a clean, fresh kitchen. You're going to use a lot of dishes and a lot of utensils and a lot of measuring cups during this prepping. So make sure that you start clean and fresh. That way you're not overwhelmed at the end of prepping. When you wash and clean out the sink, I like to fill it with cold water and vinegar and put all my produce in there. So fruits, vegetables, that's what I do with my sink. I fill it up with all of my fresh stuff and get them all clean for the next couple of weeks. That way they're readily available. I put out some dish towels and I lay my fruits and vegetables on those dish towels to dry. This, guys, is something that your older kids can do. 4 and up, they can follow instructions on filling up a sink with cold water, pouring some vinegar in it. I do about a cup for my sink and putting the fruits and vegetables in there. They can also then, in about 5 or 10 minutes, put them on clean dish towels. Boom. You can start some other stuff while they're doing that. At this point, this might be all you have time to do. But hey, give yourself a pat on the back because that's still a lot. Now you have fresh fruits and vegetables at a moment's notice that you don't have to wash and you don't have to clean. I like to cut a few up. So in the kids' lunches, I usually prepare their celery, their carrot sticks, and their cucumbers. So I chop those up, put them in containers, stick them in the fridge. I also love to have a nice big salad, and I'm talking a big salad available in my fridge at all times because it's an awesome side choice. We all enjoy it, and it's easy to in a pinch to pack a salad for my lunch if I'm having a grab and go lunch, or for the kids. We just all love a nice big fresh salad. And I just throw in whatever vegetables I have cut or whatever vegetables were on sale. Now, you want to make sure that you're using the proper storage containers. I like to do glass for those kind of things like the cucumbers, the carrots, things like that. Nice glass jars. You can also use Ziploc bags with some paper towels underneath for things like like your lettuce or chopped up fruits and veggies. So think about the storage that you're going to use as well and have those available. Now it's time to make your meals. So once your veggies are all prepped, I like to look at my meal list and say, okay, what can I do to make my life easier this week? Maybe I have 3 casseroles on the menu that require shredded chicken. Well, instead of having to cook that chicken before the meal, I might just throw 3 or 4 pounds of chicken in my Instant Pot, 15 minutes, and I have shredded chicken for the week. So think about what you can do according to the meals that you have on your docket that will make your life easier. Bacon's another one you could do during your meal prep time that's super easy. We like to put bacon on the George Foreman. It's pretty much mess-free. You're not using a frying pan, and it literally takes like 5 to 8 minutes to cook your bacon on the George Foreman, and the grease just comes down. So I like to have a lot of bacon in the fridge, ready for some casseroles and bakes, and even just to go with eggs in the morning. I also always do Will's meal prep. So this usually includes some kind of protein like ground turkey or ground meat, steak or chicken. So I make those for him, and then rice and vegetables. So I might cook those while the kids are doing my veggies for me and my fruits. I also do oatmeal bakes. Oatmeal bakes are huge in our family. We have a gluten allergy, a dairy allergy, and so oatmeal bakes are really allergy friendly for us. I can make a double batch in a 9x13, and that could last the entire week. So we're huge on oatmeal bakes in our family. I also like to do prep breakfast with the time that I have because it's the busiest time of day for us. The kids are getting up. I'm just coming in from teaching my fitness classes in the garage, getting the kids up. 2 of them get on the bus. 3 of them stay home with me. And, Will is just getting up and going to the gym or going to Warren's or whatever his day looks like, which is always different. So breakfast in the morning is key to have already done for our family. So think about your busiest time of day if you're stuck on what meals to prep for yourself. Think about your busiest time of day. Maybe you work from home and you have 30 minutes to eat lunch. Well, you still have to take the dog out. Maybe you want to get a nice walk in yourself to get up and about from your computer, and you have to make yourself lunch. Having lunch prepared in the fridge would be a game changer for you, so you could just pull it out, heat it up, and eat. So think about the busiest time of day for you and be sure to include those preps to your docket. The last tip that I want to share with meal prepping is, I said this before and I'll say it again, get your kids involved as much as possible. Let them help you. Let them serve their family too. You're not the only one that has to do this and do it solo. Get your kids involved. They want to see the hard work that you put in serving your husband or serving your spouse or serving them or serving yourself. So let them see what all it takes to really feed a family. I love having my kids, like I said, wash and cut vegetables, and then they'll kind of take a break. And then they always help me with a portioning. So we'll lay all of Will's containers out for his lunches and his dinners. So we always do 12 meal preps for him. And they will take all of the chopped up chicken or all of the chopped up steak or ground beef, whatever he's having, and they'll get the measuring cup and they'll scoop it into the containers. And then they'll scoop his rice into his containers. And then he'll scoop his broccoli into his containers. Those are the kind of stuff that they love doing. And when dad takes that meal from the fridge and he's eating it, they're like, oh, I played a part in that meal that you're enjoying. So I challenge you to think about meal prepping in a little bit different way. Think about it as serving your family for God, because they are children of God. I hope this helps, and I hope you are enjoying my segment on serving your family well in the kitchen. Bye-bye.